the shot! What a dooski, it's your boy Fail34. Oh wow, that could have been really bad, man. I could have hit the piece of wood right here. Wow, that was not smart. If I was a vampire, I would have poofed too. Oh no! What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fail34. My door's open. And today, I'm here with my reaction video to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. How's it going, everyone? So, last episode was the end of the two-parter, and it was pretty big moment in the series. We had Angelus, good old Angelus, popping up, and he just on his bullshit. And I think it was actually really cool and kind of like douchey, whatever it is. It's giving the actor a little bit more versatility in his performance to see him just so dynamic now, just switching between Angel and Angelus. So it's going to be fun to see him, you know, just sort of going into that bag a little bit more. But also, I think just the show in and of itself, I mean, Buffy's going through a whole lot. The show is now, we have Willow, and the dynamics of the characters have just switched drastically since the beginning of the season to the end of this, to this midpoint of the season almost. Xander and Cordy are a thing now. Willow and Oz are lining up to be a pretty wholesome relationship. I'm here for it. Buffy's going through a whole lot right now, so I don't know where they're gonna really go with her now that Angelus is sort of out and about. And Spike and Drew have sort of almost had the one up until the judge wasn't really familiar with modern weapons and kind of got bodied. So, you know, Miss Calendar, and then a whole host of whatever is gonna go now next. So I'm excited to see how we're gonna wrap up the rest of season 2 and move forward. So with that being said, guys, let's just hop right into this episode. So as always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button. Just give it a little touch, and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, guys, in case you're interested in getting the full Under Raw reactions along with me since the very beginning, and then if you're interested, check out patreon.com/Fail34 in the description down below. Also, if you guys want to hop in on the convos and join the Buffy community that we got going, check out the Discord link in the description down below. Also, actually, quick question, this is more or less for the patrons because you're seeing this first. I'm actually thinking about like kind of changing up my room and like doing like a little mini renovation. I'm thinking, I would love to hear some suggestions. I'm thinking paint the wall like a gray or like an off-white, spray paint those white shelves black, spread them out around here, and then put up some like, you know, just boss up a little bit, put some cool signs, maybe put up some like a wall, put some maybe some RGB lights, liven up the studio. And also I'm finally also gonna take out my bed out of here and make this a proper studio, which I've been really looking forward to because I feel like having a bed here sometimes can just sort of mess up the mojo. Sometimes I'm like, I really want to get some videos done, and I look at my bed, I'm like, I could sleep. So I don't know, I'm rambling, but with that being said, let's just hop into Buffy. And I'd actually love to hear some suggestions or insights on what to do with this to make this as cool of a office/studio as possible. With that being said, guys, let's just watch some damn Buffy. Uh-oh, we know how those trophies are. Ah, that's so good. Because he's obviously learning.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
And I had a really fun time at the rest. I mean, the part with you.
Oh, that's great. My time was also of the good. Oops. Oh, thank you, Thigh Master. I mean, she's got to be putting out. What's the point? How far have you got?
Nowhere. I mean, he said he was going to wait until I was ready, but we have a lot of fun. But I want smoochies.
Have you dropped any hints? They all get an F in Willow.
But I want Oz to get an A. And oh, one of those gold stars.
Oh my god.
Well, you better hurry. Do you want me to go away?
I wish you wouldn't. Holding.
She gave like the Miss
I was
Summers
going
look
2 minutes there.
I'll give Xander a call. What's his number? Oh, yeah. 1-800 I'm dating a skanky hoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, you know, all the love in the air, but Willow's really on fire today. Oh, shit.
We didn't come here to talk about Willow. We came here to do things I can never tell my father about because he still thinks I'm a...
But I get the impression that Cordy is upset. Doing another animal episode? With a werewolf? We had a mantis? Hyena? Alright, let's do it. Ooh. Anyway, so I'm getting the impression that, I'm gonna talk over this. I'm getting the impression that Cordy, she always gets the attention by all these guys and stuff. So the fact that the one guy she's actually feeling, which is Xander, isn't even giving her any mind, paying her no mind, thoroughly upsetting her. Really interesting though that he's talking to her about Willow.
Just drop you off. You sure it was a werewolf?
Well, let's see. 6 feet tall, claws, a big old snout in the middle of his face.
Several animal carcasses were found mutilated.
You mean like bunnies and stuff? No, don't tell me. Yeah.
Things are gonna get really interesting here now that we got
fortunately,
both these
people
relationships
were
out and about.
Werewolves it's one of the classics. I'm sure my books and I are fascinating after.
So jazz.
Last week, some huge dog jumped out of the bushes and bit me.
So he's a werewolf.
Teresa, I may have to attack you.
No, actually, I think in our group, there are a few of us.
And I'm one of the few.
Oh, Summers, you are turning me on.
Yeah, what a fucking dude.
No matter who this werewolf is, it's still a human being who may be completely unaware of his or her condition.
Or they could be doing it. Well, if he said he was, maybe it might be the girl from earlier who Buffy protected. If they want to do the good old switcheroo. There's no real reason to.
You won't believe what I saw. Brittany Podell was making out with Bill Smith on the river. How about you?
She got.
Gotcha!
Oh, he's got the static.
Hey! Whoa. Whoa. Hands are good right about there. Who are you?
Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Excuse me?
Well, it's good to get the fruit while it's fresh.
By his tooth chain, he's
Hey,
clearly
what a man and a
werewolf
girl
hunter.
doing lovers laying at night is nobody.
Okay, hey, enough, repulsive brain.
I tore a tooth from the mouth of every werewolf that I killed. This next one will bring the total to an even dozen. They're suckers for that whole sexual heat thing. Sense it miles away.
Where are we going?
I think I know where to look. We just have to make it there before mine furrier.
Angel?
Everything okay?
Yeah, I thought I heard something. Oh, you know Buffy?
Yes, I do. Very well. Come on, I'll get you home.
And here I thought we were gonna take a break from Angel. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what, like, seems reasonable. We had a pretty hectic day the other day, you know? Let them focus on the other relationships, marinate that a little bit. We got a werewolf. And here we got fucking good old Angle.
Yeah, him and Xander, guys.
Who do they think they are?
A couple of guys.
Wait, what?
Get away.
I didn't let it do anything. I had the chain around its neck.
This is what happens when a woman tries to do a man's job.
You look here, Mr.
She got mauled.
The animal mutilations which occurred 2 nights ago. The coroner's office has identified the body as that of Sunnydale High School student Teresa Klusmeyer, age 17.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh! 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 Fuck! What are the odds? Okay, that was just supposed to be a pun, but fuck! So he wasn't even memeing. Considering Xander has issues with him and there's a werewolf, issues going on right now, wouldn't be a great time to bring it up, but I mean, you got it. Wow, this just spiced this episode up! Yo.
I could have stopped it.
To be taken over by those uncontrollable urges.
You said you didn't remember anything about that.
I haven't finished
Oh
this
my
thing.
god! I love how they're just bringing back these small callbacks, even that, because that was hella sketchy. He was a dirtbag for not bringing that up earlier at the end of the episode, so good on them for bringing that up again.
Head. The guy's practically got Wolf Boy stamped on his forehead. You got the dog bite. You got the aggression, not to mention the excessive back hair. I'm gonna go talk to him. Gonna force a confession out of him.
Damn!
Files.
That was a good switcheroo.
I gotta go.
Because Larry's he's the obvious go-to, but I thought it would have been Teresa.
What do you want? Hush money? Is that what you're after?
I don't want anything. I just want to help. I know what you're going through because I've been there. That's why I know you should talk about it.
Now, that's easy for you to say.
Larry, please, before someone else gets hurt.
Look, if this gets
Is
out,
he in the closet or something?
it's over for me.
I feel like they're lining it up. Put me in the res room?
How are people going to look at me after they find out I'm gay?
Oh! Got him!
I am gay.
I heard you the first time.
I can't believe it. It was almost easy. You, of all people, you bring it out of me.
It probably would have slipped out even if I wasn't here. The same thing.
It's ironic.
Larry, no, I am not.
Of course. Your secret's safe with me.
They're lying. I was hearing how they're specifically they're going about it. I was like, okay, I think they're gonna go for
So
it.
it's the scuttlebutt.
And that makes sense
Anybody
as to why he's
besides Larry
like,
fit our werewolf profile?
Oz wanted to be someplace that was away from me. I'm sorry.
poor Willow.
Can't figure.
Wow, those two gals are hanging out a lot together. This would be a good time to panic.
Sorry, I was just wondering.
Well, he's not.
Okay.
Okay. What else should we have assumed?
Vampire.
And Teresa's a vampire.
Give her a break, guys. Come on.
He's gonna keep coming after me.
Don't let him get to you. He's not the same guy you knew.
No. Oh, I was like, I don't know anymore. This episode's throwing some curveballs.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. If I'm not mistaken, once you're a werewolf, that's it. Like you can't reverse that process. If I'm not mistaken, right? So this is gonna be an ongoing thing.
We'll talk about this tomorrow.
No! Damn it! We'll talk about this now. You know what I mean.
I know.
You're a special boy. With chains and stuff.
He's a bondage
Why
boy.
do you...
You can't. This is complicated. Look, he's not gonna body Oz. That's what we're not gonna do first and foremost. Okay, here, buddy.
There you are.
Angel sent her to me, a little token of his affection.
Buffy, I'm so sorry.
Not now, Giles.
Giles is a straight shooter.
He said he was going through all these changes, then he went through all these
Changes. Giles, take the shot! Giles, take the shot! Oh, Willow?
No one here's man enough to kill him.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure of that. How about you let the door hit you in the ass on the way out of town?
Most likely gonna return, but as a vampire slayer. Or as a vampire slayer.
Here, let me get those. I know. It's just, well, thanks.
Weirdness abounds lately. Maybe it's the moon. It does stuff to people.
I've heard that.
Certainly gonna put a strain on Willow and Oz's relationship.
What relationship? If it were up to me...
Xander? It's not up to you.
He said, I'll be okay. I just have to lock myself up around the full moon. I didn't know what to say.
See,
It's not every day you find out you're a werewolf. That's fairly freaksome.
Also, he's normally the type where he would say something like that, but he says all these, he's very quick with his tongue, makes all the memes when he's talking to her, but that's in a flirting sense, right? But because he actually cares for her and his life, his life and her life was in danger, you kind of broke out of that sort of mold that he's usually accustomed to, especially when he's with her. So I see why it was hard for him to say it.
I'm kind of okay with you being in my life. I like you. You're nice. 3 days out of the month, I'm not much fun to be around either.
You are quite the human.
Oh shit! See, and that was him being his, I guess, being vulnerable or whatever it may be in that situation. So that's why he was like, we need to space each other out. But Willow's down for the cause, and that was very sweet. That was my reaction video to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 15. And this was a particularly interesting episode. Now, what I had thought coming off of the last episode, which was just going to be, maybe a filler, potentially even just, sort of what I thought they were doing was maybe just focus on Oz and Xander and the complications, I guess, there and his feelings. Turned out to be a pretty big episode. I would argue this was a pretty big episode. The fact that for the most part, is that Oz is a werewolf. That was a big twist from having and I rate them for having the transformation like at a slanted angle. So I was kind of even turning my head. I'm like, who? I'm like, is that Larry? I can't really tell. Maybe, and I thought it was gonna be Teresa. That's what I assumed. And I was looking and I said, oh shit. So that was a really pleasant surprise. Complicates the storytelling, and I think actually really works, like how I explained at the end of it. Fast forward their relationship due to, I guess, a traumatic experience. I don't know. That was just really cool. So now Oz makes them even more, I guess, They sort of fast forwards again his integration into the mystical supernatural world and the group. The fact that he's a werewolf too, you know, maybe that might even become clutch in the future where he'll have to turn and save the day or something. So I really appreciated that, and there's a lot of great just sort of fake outs. You know, they introduced Larry here and I'm like, oh, he's got bit. He's gonna be the werewolf. They're going, you know, just very straight cookie cutter with it. And then, you know, the fact that Teresa was in that, obviously he was being like a dick and like, you know, sexually assaulting, like being an asshole. Teresa actually died, unfortunately. I thought they might have done, because they said, you know, werewolf could be a girl or guy, and so I was like, oh, so maybe by distinguishing that in the dialogue, that might have been a psycho that was gonna be Teresa. And then Angel popped up, because I wasn't expecting him. Like, my mindset going into this episode was, okay, we're chilling off the Angelus arc for a little bit, but they had managed to, you know, still put that in the Buffy's mind, which was still, you know, not giving her character any sort of break. They're still continuing that momentum where she's still in shock, she's still frustrated, she's still empty, you know, as a result of what happened just a few episodes ago. So I like what they did there. I was just sort of chilling this episode. I was actually looking forward to some insight with Miss Calendar and how he might have felt that in the car. They might have talked about it briefly, but they skipped out on that. That's fine with me. The whole Xander and Larry thing, him coming out of the, interesting Xander's reaction to it. I mean, he's a high school kid in the 90s. We know that he has his own set of issues. Did that come as a shock to him? That maybe had homophobia? Probably. It's gonna be interesting to see. But I mean, I don't know how y'all felt about the way that they played it. I mean, harassing the girls at the school because he was projecting, really, he was in the closet. Because it was kind of played off like a comedic in a sense. But I mean, character Larry, I mean, now he's out the closet and he seems happier. So I think they went about it okay. I might have to think about it a little bit more. More or less, it was Xander's reaction. I was kind of surprised to. He was very like considering all the other things going on. It didn't seem like he was pressed. The fact that he had that that sort of a secret on him for him to hold, it came across, at least to me, like he was just like, gay? What? But I mean, maybe that was the first time he in his personal life had met somebody who was gay. Anyone had ever come out to him like that. So that might have been a lot for him to handle. But I mean, I thought the Cordelia elements of this episode as well, showing that she actually kind of has issues with Xander paying so much attention to Willow and to Buffy, and not her per se, because she's so used to that sort of attention, I guess, in her relationships from what we've seen in the show. That was interesting, and again shows that she's really interested in Xander. Maybe give Xander a little bit of credit. Those are his two best friends, although he does definitely have sort of weird feelings for Willow that he can't acknowledge, but isn't acknowledging out of jealousy. And Buffy, which is out of, still he likes her, but Buffy's not fucking with him, so they're just friends. But I can also see where Cordy's coming at. Anyway, guys, that's my reaction video to this episode. What do you think about this one? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. From the Oz twist, very surprising, to the whole Xander situation, and Cordy. I'd love to hear what you guys think about Cordy, and just Willow here. My God, loved Willow here. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one, guys. Peace.